Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here, and I hope everybody is doing well, even in these red days. But in this video, just want to talk about the crypto market, a bit of traditional market, and a bit of CRO as well. Because I know there's a lot of people on X at the moment who have just been absolutely fearful. I mean, a lot of words that people saying the bull market is over, we're in the bear market, they're capitulating, selling up. And there's just a lot of fear. And also, there's no volume here either. It's just like nobody is interested at the moment in anything. But as history has showed before, that will change. Nothing's ever guaranteed, but for myself, I'm pretty sure that's going to change. Obviously, this call this Rectember in September because it's never ever a particularly great month. If you look at my previous video, I gave what the calendars show in September, so I won't go over that again. But obviously, it's just a sea of red. It is. So I'm prepared for September to not be a great time at all. I'm looking ahead to like I said in previous videos, to the Octobers, to the Novembers, Decembers, waiting for those big moves to happen. Nothing's ever guaranteed, like I just said. Anything can happen. But that's how I'm feeling at the moment. I've still got that gut feeling we're going to get some big moves. I'm not selling. Well, everybody's getting fearful. The volume's not there. I'm not selling absolutely nothing at all because obviously we've just seen the traditional markets actually crash yesterday. I think it was just over $1 trillion of losses, basically. And are we going to get the same today when the market's open in New York? Are we going to get that same movement? It's going to be interesting to find out because, like I said, move that because we've been looking at watches, but the fear greed is still the same, hasn't really changed. It's around about 27. Yesterday was 26. So, but what I am watching for is this on Friday. The US employment rate, that is going to be one of the catalysts to what their decision is going to be. It's just one of the few that is going to make them their decision. Because at the moment, we've got a forecast of 4.2%. The previous was 4.3%, and we've got that bit of a correction that came about. We went red again. Now, I don't really want to see employment rate ticking up because that's going to send more fear in the market that a recession is coming. I want it to start to sort of calm down a little bit because what we're seeing on the Fed Watch at the moment, obviously that data, what comes out on Friday, is going to sort of give them a decision what they're going to make. Or it's going to be 25 basis points, which is now at 63% likely, but there's still a 37% likely we could get a 50 basis points. Now, if I think that if we get a 50 basis point, that is going to scare the market a little bit more that we're going into a recession. Or there's more likelihood that we are going to go into recession. And obviously, that's going to make the markets potentially dip even further. So I'm looking at the 25 basis points. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And then the money printing will go on. And what traditionally happens when you go back and look at history and you look back at what happened in the financial crisis, when that happened, the money printers came on. The same thing happened with COVID. The money printers went on and it all went up to about 12 months worth of printing. That is what I'm waiting for now. That's what I'm waiting for the crypto market. Once that money printer comes on, some of that money will come into crypto space. People will get confidence and they'll start buying crypto again. And that is when we start to make the moves, I think. And that is when you're going to start to see the retail start coming back and start FOMOing in. And when they start FOMOing in, that is when I'm going to sell. But obviously, all eyes are on the Federal Reserve at the moment. So let's have a look at Bitcoin and look at how that's doing. Now, I've gone, funny enough, onto the weekly because if I look at the 5 minutes, it looks actually atrocious. If you're a short-term trader, then obviously that's going to be important to you if you're leverage trading. But I won't be leverage trading in this kind of how things are working at the moment because it's just choppy. It's chopping everybody out from shorts to long. And all we're doing is just ranging. Because if we look on here at the moment, we've just gone sideways. But if we look back down here from the May onwards, again, we've got the same kind of thing. It was just chopping sideways. And then we got that big move up. So we came down to the bear market lows, boosted up, chopped sideways. I think that was around about, if I have a look on here actually, and look at the date-wise, we had about 259 days of choppy sideways. And then if we look again here, this is again, where were you now? Again, we're coming in with 230 odd days choppy sideways. So we had more around about May, and then we had that big move up to the upside. And again, we're around about getting close to those days. So we might get another 30 odd days of choppy sideways, and then hopefully in October we'll get that move to the upside. Because don't forget, everybody's coming back from the summer holidays as well. And now they're all coming back. They're all watching what happens in the next couple of weeks. So obviously people are holding tight at the moment. But look, just sideways there, zoom out, and we're just sideways there as well. And zooming out again, we can look at this. This is the hash ribbons, and it's played out pretty much to the T. And we've got a buy signal on the hash ribbons, which is a bullish momentum indicator. So we can see here where we've got these, and then we've got the greens, where that went into the bear market. Again, same thing, into the bear market, but we're flashing blue. We're in the bull market. And nothing seems to be suggesting to me that we're in a bear market. I know a lot of people on X are saying it, but nothing shows to me that we are in that. We get corrections. We get boring times in the markets. We really do. You've just got to get used to it. And that's what I'm seeing to me. It's just boring markets at the moment. But we have got a buy signal on here as well. But yeah, like I said, if you come down to the 5 minutes, it looks absolutely it looks horrible. It's just all these big drops we've been having in that, and it does look horrible. It looks vile. It looks like really worrying. And that is why I don't really look at the 5 minutes. I don't look at the hourly. I don't look at the 4 hourly. I just look on the daily, weekly, and monthly. That's all I do. And I can go out when everybody else is panicking. I'll just go out and chill out. Unless something structural changes on the daily, weekly, and monthly, then obviously I'm not interested at all. So obviously at the moment on 5 minutes, if you're interested, we're just chopping sideways. That's what we're doing. We had that bit of a drop from yesterday, chopping sideways at the moment. Anticipation what's going to happen when the New York market opens. But for me, like I said, just sit back, chill out, and enjoy yourself. That's what I'm doing. Unless you do want a DCA in. There's always a DCA in opportunity in Bitcoin and maybe the alts as well. But don't forget, people want to buy when Bitcoin is at the top. When Bitcoin is at the local top or it's at the end of its cycle, bull cycle, people want to buy. But when you get these drops down to where we are now, nobody wants to buy. When we came down, if I go onto the weekly again, and we went all the way back down to where we were in the bear market low, nobody was interested. We're going down to 10. We're going down to 5,000. Nobody was interested in buying. Then we rocketed up. Same things happened here. We're just chopping sideways, ready for the next leg up. Nobody is interested, but I'm guaranteed when we start moving up to the upside and getting back up to that 70,000, people will start to buy. People will start to buy again. That's what always happens. And for me, I've done my buying. I've done my buying all the way down here. I don't want to buy anymore. I don't need to. So I'm just holding tight. But this could be, well, a DCA opportunity. But again, looking at total 3, this is what I'm watching very carefully. I did it in the previous video. We have distribution, accumulation, and now we're basically on expansion. But what we're doing is we've come down and we've created a massive bull flag here. I've got the pole, I've extrapolated it out, and to me, that's going to take us up to close to $1 trillion. That's what I think is going to happen in the coming next 30 to 60 days. We're going to start to get those run-ups again. And start then towards the end of the bull market, get that parabolic. We're going to get gradual moves to the upside. Obviously, on all the moves it's not going to be all green going up. It's going to be green, red, green, red, green, red all the time on the way up. And then we're going to get that blow off top all the way to it. But that bull flag is massive. And that's what I think is going to play out. We're in that at the moment. We're just in that expansion mode. It's just time. It's patience and time. That's all it's taking. And the other thing I'm looking at is obviously the Bitcoin dominance as well, because dominance, and I did it in every video I've done, we've just been trudging up and up and up, and it's getting closer and closer to topping out because we're sitting at 57.38. Are we going to get to that 60? But obviously, if we want the total 3 to move, well, obviously, we need to start topping out. And I think Bitcoin in the coming months is going to make some big moves. We're going to get to that 60% dominance, and then we're going to start correcting down. And that is when we're going to start to get the move into the altcoins, and that is when we're going to start to get those moves. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts to get up to $80,000 to $100,000, then obviously the altcoins are going to follow. But once Bitcoin dominance tops out, that is when we're going to make those massive gains that we're all waiting for. And that is why I'm not selling. That is why I'm just holding tight. Unless something extra happens, I'm not doing anything. If we get a Black Swan event, well, it's going to be too late anyway, because that's the whole point for Black Swan. It just drops. But I'm just watching for that dominance at the moment. We're at 57.38. I think we're going to get to close. We might not hit 60. We could get to 59 and top out. We could get to 58, top out. So I'm just watching very closely to what happens on the dominance. The same things happen with CRO as well. Look at that. I bought down here, and I've done it in a number of videos, that I bought when we're coming down around about, this is the areas I was DCAing in. And then basically we had those big moves up, choppy sideways, down we go, massive pump to the upside, went to about 18 pence, and it's just like every other altcoin. It's just been bleeding down and down and down. Bleeding against Bitcoin, USD dollar's been coming down and down. And now we're sort of coming to a point now where are we bottoming on CRO? Obviously, Bitcoin drops down even further and we have a bit more of a crash. And obviously, I think we could come down. We could even come down to 6 pence. That's where I think we'll bottom out close to. Obviously, things could change and we could suddenly start going back up to the upside as Bitcoin starts making it up. So at the moment, that's where I think we are. We're coming down, chopping sideways. My worst case scenario is 6 pence. I hope we don't go to that because I've done my DCA I'm not buying no more. Well, actually, I'll tell a lie on that one. I DCA with me debit card and me earn and me staking on my on the DeFi wallet. So obviously, I'm always buying a dip. So obviously, I think worst case scenario, come back down to there. But again, looking at the hash ribbons, this is on the weekly. We've got that bullish momentum as well. We had the green where we came down in the bear market, and now we've got the blue there. We have also got the second blue, what's come up here now. Obviously, this is again bullish. So it all comes down, like I said, for CRO. Obviously, what happens with Bitcoin dominance and the total market 3 as well, and what happens with the general economic data, what's coming out soon as well. But you know, you can look at the charts, look at the fundamentals of crypto.com, the Kronos chain, what they are doing as well. What they are doing is mega bullish, in my opinion. It's just about sitting tight, waiting to see what happens, and then we'll go from there. But I really do think it's just about being patient and not getting scared out the market. Because like I said, a lot of people want to FOMO in, buy in at the top, but nobody wants to buy when we have these dips, these big drops down. Get it out your head. The psychological side of it, get out your head. Don't buy when everything's pumping up to the upside. Buy when we have these big dips. Nothing I say here is financial advice. That's what I would be doing myself. But I hope this video has been helpful. Like I said, smash that like, give us a thumbs up. It's always much appreciated. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.